Welcome to an Echoes and Footprints Showcase episode. In this special episode, we showcase Intertwined, the shared roots, relations, and kinfolk of American music. American music is often taught as a collection of separate genres: blues, gospel, country, soul, bluegrass, each boxed by race, region, or market. But that framing misses the deeper truth. These sounds are not rivals, they are kin. From red clay fields and wooden pews to Appalachian hollers and Memphis streets, these traditions grew from the same soil, shaped by shared histories of labor, faith, migration, and survival. What we hear as different styles are, in fact, different responses to the same conditions. This is the shared pulse of American music. We share a common ground. The meeting place was the American South, where African diasporic rhythmic intelligence encountered European folk harmonies and indigenous storytelling traditions. What emerged wasn't a clean fusion, it was a living exchange. African-derived rhythm brought polyrhythm, syncopation, call and response, and embodied participation. European traditions contributed harmonic structures and ballad forms. Indigenous cultures added narrative sensibility and place-based storytelling. Together, they formed a musical family tree, one trunk with many branches. We now explore the foundational musical styles of America. First, blues and gospel, sorrow and salvation. Blues and gospel are often described as opposites, secular versus sacred, but they are two expressions of the same lived reality. Both grew from field hollers, spirituals, and African storytelling traditions. The blues gave voice to hardship, labor, longing, and loss. Its bent notes, cyclical structures, and elastic timing carried testimony without sermon. Gospel, rooted in black churches, used the same musical grammar, call and response, syncopation, collective participation, but directed it toward hope, endurance, and transcendence. The Saturday night cry, the Sunday morning prayer. Different settings, same rhythmic language. Next, country and bluegrass, Appalachian translation. Country music is often imagined as purely white and rural, but its foundations tell a more complex story. The banjo, central to country and bluegrass, is African in origin, carried by enslaved people and absorbed into Appalachian life. Blues phrasing, rhythmic bounce, and call and response shaped early country music alongside Anglo-Celtic fiddle tunes and ballads. Bluegrass intensified this synthesis. Rapid fingerpicking, cross-string rhythms, and stacked harmonies fused European forms with African rhythmic drive. Black musicians like DeFord Bailey and Leslie Riddle were foundational to this sound, even as their contributions were written out of official histories. Country and bluegrass are not departures from African diasporic influence. They are translations of it. Now on to soul, reconciliation and release. Soul music emerged as a powerful reconciliation. It brought together gospel's spiritual intensity, blues' emotional truth, and rhythm and blues' groove into a single force. Artists like Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, Otis Redding, and Al Green collapsed the boundary between sacred and secular. The church didn't disappear, it moved. The voice became sermon and confession. The groove became emotional infrastructure. Soul established the emotional heartbeat of modern American music, proving that feeling itself could be a form of truth. So, what do these American musical styles share? Across all these traditions runs a shared rhythmic grammar inherited from West and Central Africa. Polyrhythm, syncopation, cyclical time, call and response, embodied participation. This was never decoration, it was authority. It organized labor, worship, storytelling, and community life. Whether heard in a bluegrass breakdown, a gospel handclap, a country blues shuffle, or a soul backbeat, the same intelligence persists. The surface changes, the logic remains, the beat remembers. So why was the family divided? If these traditions are kin, why were they separated? The answer is commerce and power. Record labels and radio formats divided music into race records and hillbilly records, sacred and secular, black and white. What was shared on porches, in juke joints, churches, and county fairs was split apart in markets and media. These divisions reassigned credit and obscured interdependence, but they never changed the underlying truth. The music remained family, even when the industry pretended otherwise. Upon reflection, it is clear that blues, gospel, country, soul, and bluegrass are not isolated achievements. They are responses, shaped by the same pressures, carrying the same memory forward in different voices. To understand one fully, you must hear the others. Because in the rhythm, the story is one. Same tree, different branches. Yep, sounds like family. The beat remembers. The beat is the history. Thank you for listening to this special showcase episode. We hope you enjoyed it, and you'll subscribe to our podcast for similar episodes. In future showcase episodes, we further explore these and other musical styles to understand where the beat has come from and where it's going.